What's up, YouTube? It's Chris with Murphy Firearms Training. Got this little doodad the other day. It is a number 11 cap maker. It is from a company called 22 Reloader. Came with this instruction set here. And I'm going to walk you through how to do it. I've made a few. Got them here in this box. Show you what they look like. Here's what a made cap looks like. Let me grab 2 or 3, put them in my hand so you can kind of sort of see them. It's just to use aluminum soda cans. Here's what they look like. Kind of coarse looking, but there they are. Okay, so first thing you do is you're going to cut a soda can into strips. Recommends about 3/4 of an inch wide. This is a good width here. These guys here. Take your reloader doodad here, and it's got a slot that goes almost all the way through it. See that slot? And you're going to put your aluminum can into that slot, just like so. See that? Voila. And you're going to take this and whack it with your hand, with a mallet, whatever be the case. Now after you've whacked it, it makes this nice clean hole in the aluminum. And you're going to move the aluminum to another spot and whack it again. Now after you've done that 4 or 5 times, you're going to pull this out. And if you take this, pull the box over where you guys can see, turn this over, and your caps fall. See, your hole here is clear. So those all fell out, and your aluminum strip will look like that. You do that till you got a bunch of caps made. I will mention to you guys, it does tell you to do this a certain way. So you want your outside of your cap to be silver. You don't want the soda can logo showing. So when you put the soda can strips in, you got the painted side and the silver side, you put the silver side up. And then the other thing I will show you guys is that when you're making a cap, you see there's a gap in there. That will not make a good cap. So I cut this strip too thin. That will not work. So you make a bunch of caps. Here we are, folks. We have a bunch of caps. Now what? Let's get the next step rolling. One other thing I'll mention, guys, I'll make 5 or 6 caps out of a strip. I cut these lengthways on the can, then empty this. If you try and let them build up, eventually you'll get caps pop up here and you'll crush them with whatever you're smacking this with. So anyway, so you get all your caps, you set them this side up, and the next step is to mix your priming compound. Here it is. I'll show you that process, and then we'll get these set up to go. So I've mixed per instructions, and the bag labeled L2 has a lot of chunks in it. It says you should knead it, but they're pretty hard chunks. And if I'm being honest with you, it looks like, now this is just my educated guess, the bag labeled L looks like air float charcoal. The bag labeled L2 looks like potassium nitrate, your saltpeter. And the bag labeled S sure looks like sulfur, which is the 3 components of black powder. This is the mystery substance, the other S bag. So if I could figure out what that was, I sure would try it and find out. But anyway, I want to show you guys a close-up of this. Mixed it per instructions. And I am actually going to try, boy oh boy do I stress try, and get this into a percussion cap. So I'm going to get a little scoop. I actually have a strip of aluminum here, and I have this little percussion cap here, and I am going to try, and it says to fill the percussion cap all the way. And so we're going to get a big old scoop here, and we're going to fill this percussion cap up. Okay? And using their little scooper, I don't know that I'm going to get that many percussion caps filled, but there we have one filled. Let's see if it'll focus, maybe. Pretty much all the way to the brim. And we'll set that down, grab us another one, and I'm going to fill these and see what we get. So minus a little spillage on the table, I got 11 caps out of one set of scoops from this package. Probably 12 if I didn't spill any. I would definitely do this over paper to try and catch all my loose powder and then repurpose it. So anyway, and I just took a piece of aluminum stripping and bent it up like this to try and get the powder into a cap. And I've got it set so that the camera will focus here. That goes down in like so into the cap. So that works pretty well. I don't know, I'll play with it. So the next step is you put a drop of acetone on each of these, leave them for 24 hours. So I'm going to do that, and then we will actually test fire these on a percussion gun and see if they go bang.